Four people are sitting around the table.
See, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend.
Suddenly, a bomb goes off.
Those with loaded guns.
Now take the same scene and tell the audience there is a bomb under that table.
No, you dig.
So the whole emotion of the audience is totally different.
You dig.
This episode, we're doing Austin Powers Goldmember, which is the final movie in the Austin Powers trilogy.
Thank goodness. Praise the Lord. You can't hurt me anymore.
To refresh everyone's memory, the reason we've even done any Austin Powers movies is because Evan said that he's never seen them, and I consider that to be absolutely unacceptable. So I forced him to watch the first one. And if you hadn't purchased the other two, I would have just left at the first one. But I consider myself to be a considerate person, and I didn't want to waste your hard-earned money. So,
I was willing to. I would have done it in a heartbeat. I would have paid you extra money not to make me watch the rest of them.
Considering that you bought them, I went through with the punishments. So we watched every single Austin Powers in the trilogy, all three. And ending the streak with Goldmember. So, what are your overall opinions?
You just want my thoughts on this?
Yeah, give me the what was it called? Cliff Notes. Give me the abbreviation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start off with my last two Austin Powers. I have rated a 2 out of 10. This Austin Powers gets a 2.5 out of 10.
Oh, a 2.5.
And I would like to point out, this is the first half point I have ever given out.
Oh.
So it is slightly better. It is, out of the three Austin Powers, is the best one, in my opinion. It is still not good, but I think it is the best one.
You know, I really wanted you to like these movies, and even though you hated them, I'll take half a point. I like that. I'm glad you at least found something to enjoy, even if it was half a point worth. Okay.
I think it's for a few reasons. One, they took away those retarded cut transition things where it's just Austin Power and some girls dancing. They took that away completely for this last movie, which thank God, because I hated those. Mm-hmm. Well, I did. Two, I kind of enjoy how Austin Powers plays 5 different characters in this movie.
Yeah,
it could be 4, but it's close. That I enjoyed that. I just didn't feel like there was as many retarded jokes. I mean, it's slightly better than the rest of them. I was gonna give it a 3, but I thought that'd be giving it too much credit. So
are you really?
2.5.
I think a 3. I could see you giving it a 3, but 2.5.
Because I gave Winnie the Pooh Blood Money a 4, and Austin Powers can't get that close.
I like this movie. Out of all 3 movies, I think this one's my favorite. It's got the most I want to say drama, because there's the story with his dad. In every movie he has a fucking love interest, so there's nothing new about that. but Mini-Me changes sides, and I think this one has the most going for it. It also has that awesome opening number. Great, I love that. Did I know what?
Do you know? You know who plays his love interest?
Beyonce.
Do you know who that is? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just double checking.
Yeah, it's Beyonce.
Yeah, I didn't know it was in the movies and stuff, so.
I would probably. I mean, I don't remember what I rated the previous Austin Powers, but
I can tell you. I got it pulled up. Which one? Which one do you want?
what did I
The
rate
first one you rated 8.5.
8.5? Damn.
You rated
Okay.
8.5.
Okay. Second one.
And the second one you rated a 6.
6. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna give this. This is gonna be a strange score because I didn't remember rating the first one that high. So I'm gonna.
I think you did it just to spite me.
You gave it a 2.
Yeah, I did.
If I gave the first one an 8.5, I mean, thinking back on it now, that's probably kind of high. But I did enjoy the third one more than the first one, so I would probably give it the strange score of 8.6. Because it's definitely not a 9, but it's really good, and it's better than the first movie. So it's a 10th better than the first one.
I'm just looking at you rated other things.
Also, for people,
This movie is like just under Schindler's List and
God, dude, making these
Barbarian
comparisons doesn't sound right.
Ready Player One. Well, listen, it's your ratings. It's not my fault. Your ratings are crazy. It's worth. It's better than 1917. It's better than Gladiator 2. It's better than Die Hard.
Oh shit! Hold on, my mom's calling me. Damn it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that we could put
Hola.
that in there.
No, ya salí, pero ¿estás bien?
Sí, estoy bien. Tengo osteoartritis, pero me metieron una inyección y me dieron medicamento.
Oh, okay.
En efecto, me va a hacer la inyección y voy a buscarme medicina alternativa. Pero por lo pronto ya traigo medicamento para trabajar mañana.
Okay.
Estoy bien. Solamente quería estar segura que no fuera algo peor, pero ya había.
Okay. ¿Ya vas para la casa?
Ya estoy en la casa.
Ya estás en la casa. Okay. Voy a ir en como una hora. Okay. Okay. Love you. Bye. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying that I'm glad that I could, keep track of these scores a little bit better now.
Yeah,
People pull them up.
for anyone who's curious about our official scores of every episode we've done, I'll leave a link in the description where I made a whole web page dedicated to our scores with like the posters and like the scores at the bottom. It's very, very visually pretty and very simple to understand. But that will be updated every episode we do. So hopefully that'll be a easier way for us to keep track. I know you've just got your spreadsheet, which is perfect. So how many notes did you write? Because I got 30.
Not a lot. I was just counting them. I have 22.
22. Okay. All right.
Yep.
The opening
This movie
sequence
was
to
kind of
this,
just all over the place, and it's like I could either have taken 22 notes or I would have had to take 100 notes because it was just like, it's just like scene after scene after scene, and it's like different stuff happening every scene. So
this is the type of movie that I find similar to like what the fuck was the movie with Bruce Willis? And he says, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." I want to say it's Independence Day, but that's definitely the wrong title. Did something just fall on you?
No, I don't know. There's like a hair or something stuck in my eye. Or maybe that spider's in my hair somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, the daddy long legs.
Yeah. I don't see him anymore. He's somewhere.
I'm actually gonna go up to that. The website where. Wait, you've got the titles, right? Dude, my phone's not loading anything.
The titles?
Yeah, what was the movie with Bruce Willis that we watched?
Die Hard?
Die Hard. Yes, thank you. I found this, like, the process of writing notes for this movie, I found it so similar to Die Hard, because I enjoyed Die Hard so much that I didn't even want to focus on the notes. I just wanted to watch the movie, and that was the same thing for these Austin Powers movies. The second one not so much, but this Goldmember one, I just wanted to watch the movie. So the notes I wrote down were just like key plot points and key like plot information that happens. I didn't write down like every single little thing. So as 30 notes is a little light, but that's what I got. So
I'll start it off because this is a part I actually enjoyed. The opening scene is Austin Powers skydiving down to save a girl on a bike, and he lands in his car and he's driving, and then the helicopter that's chasing him turns around and starts heading towards him, right? So he ejects out of the car and shoots up the helicopter and kills the guy in the helicopter. And then when he lands, you find out that it's actually Tom Cruise. And I thought that was actually funny. I was very happy to see Tom Cruise in this movie.
Yeah, baby. Dude, they're spoofing their own movie.
Because I don't think I like the actor that plays Austin Powers. I think if they had Tom Cruise as like playing Austin Powers for the whole movie, I would have rated it higher.
Really? Okay. I thought your issue with the movie was
the actor. Dude, I just hate so much about it. Like, maybe that's the thing is there's like so many things I don't like about it that if they just changed like the actor, it'd be better.
I thought you hated its
first,
dumb humor. I didn't think changing the actor would make it any better.
Yeah, but now the actor is just like in my brain associated with dumb humor, so it's like
he does Shrek too, right?
Better. Well, Shrek's a good movie.
The voice he does for Fat Bastard, that's basically Shrek.
That's okay.
So
Shrek isn't a bad movie. This is a bad movie. Shrek has like a good story and like has good comedic timing and
Wayne's World. What about Cat in the Hat? He did Cat in the Hat.
I don't think Cat in the Hat's great, but it's definitely better than Austin Powers.
Okay. So Tom Cruise is here. Turns out they're spoofing their own movie in their own movie.
Yeah. They're shooting a movie in a movie.
And it cuts to Steven Spielberg, who's directing this whole sequence. And then Austin Powers is also there. And then they break out into a big dance number. And dude, this whole opening thing, I love it so much.
And there's Britney Spears, and Britney Spears is a fembot.
Britney Spears is a fembot. Yeah. Then,
yeah.
What happened after that? I watched this movie like maybe a week ago, so it's like not that fresh in my memory.
After that, I wrote down it's Dr. Evil plotting to use a tractor beam to attract a gold asteroid to the Earth. To destroy the Earth.
That whole part was a little bit confusing because I know this whole movie is about Goldmember, but I didn't really understand how Goldmember, like, what his part
I think
was.
there was the original plan that he was going to do that, but then Austin Powers gets him arrested, and then he gets sent to jail, right? So I think the plan changes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And because Austin Power immediately throws Dr. Evil in jail, it kicks off like the actual plot where Austin Power is at a knighting ceremony, and then we learn that he has daddy issues and his dad didn't show up for anything in his life.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the actor, but his dad is the person that plays Alfred in the Batman movies.
Michael
like
Caine.
The Dark Knight Rises. And okay. It's Alfred. That's Austin Powers' dad.
There's a twist that happens later between Austin Powers and Dr. Evil, and I really like that twist. But we'll get to that later.
You like that?
I do. It adds some it adds a family dynamic between two enemies, and that's the best thing, you know? Two fucking sworn enemies. And I guess I'll just spoil it.
It's like they just like put paper on the ground and they took a fat shit and they just sent that piece of paper with shit on it through a fucking copier, and then boom, whole script.
I think you gotta tone it down just a little bit. It's not that bad.
It's okay to like. Actually, no, it's not okay. You should have higher standards.
This is a good movie, Evan. It's good. It's funny. Your humor is degrading. It's rotting away your sense of humor. It's funny.
This is not a funny movie.
God damn it. So Austin Powers has daddy issues. And
yes, he has daddy issues.
I don't know what happens after that, but I wrote Goldmember kidnaps Austin Powers' dad. And the kidnapping is weird.
That's what
because he takes his dad into the past, which is so weird. If you think about the timelines logically in this movie, they are fucking all over the place. So confusing.
Yeah, he takes his dad back to the 1970s. So he goes back to the 1970s to meet up. And this is where we find, I forget her name. What's her name? Oh, Cleopatra or whatever.
Foxy Cleopatra.
We find her. Cleopatra. Austin Powers teams up with her because she's in the past. And they also meet 1975, what's his name? Equivalent of M from James Bond. What's the dude's name?
The mole?
No.
Oh,
who's the
Basil.
dude that hands out the missions? Basil. Yeah.
Basil. Yeah.
And then they meet up with 1975 Basil. And Basil shows them that, oh, hey, it was Goldmember that stole your dad or whatever.
So now Austin Powers is after Goldmember to try to save his dad.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know how this fits in, but my next note is we learn that Austin Powers and Dr. Evil used to go to school together like British spy school.
Oh,
And that
that's
Austin
when
basically stole an award away from Dr. Evil, making him more evil and making him hate Austin Powers.
so Basil tells Austin Powers, Goldmember kidnapped your father. He's in the past, but Austin, the only person who knows information about Goldmember is Dr. Evil, who is now in prison. So Austin Powers goes back to prison to like get information.
Yes.
And that's when Dr. Evil's like you were so much better than me in everything, even in the academy. And then the flashback happens.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then that's when Dr. Evil gives him information on Goldmember. In return, he wants to go to like a normal prison. And that is what happens. And then they go to the past.
I thought the actor they got to do young Austin Powers was really good. I thought he played a very convincing young Austin Powers.
Okay, I see.
What, you don't think so?
No, I was just trying to remember what he looked like. So when they get to the past, Foxy, Cleopatra, and him, they confront Goldmember. Well, actually, he finds his dad, and then his dad is like hanging out with a bunch of women in the past, and then they're like all sitting on a bed together, and then the bed turns around, and then Goldmember's there with Foxy, Cleopatra, and then Foxy, Cleopatra tries to hold Goldmember, and it's like this whole mess, and let's see. And basically, Goldmember escapes with his dad again. So, and then they go to the future. So now Foxy, Cleopatra, and Austin Powers have to go to the future.
Dude, I'm fucking up my notes. I'm lost.
Okay.
So Goldmember's following Dr. Evil's orders. That was my next note, but that's probably fucking no surprise. Yeah, okay, they go to the future. Okay. And then, dude, I'm so fucking lost. I wrote Dr. Evil was adopted and his
the movie is
what?
What? It's because this movie is like it just jumps from one thing to the other, and there's not like a whole lot of continuity going on.
So the next thing I wrote was that Dr. Evil was adopted, and his parents were killed in a car explosion. And where?
I guess that's good to know for. I mean, that is important because that plays in later in the movie. The next thing I have is Dr. Evil's in jail. Then they have a little rap song thing that happens, and then he ends up escaping from jail. Him and Mini-Me.
I love that scene. That sequence, so fucking funny. Okay, Dr. And okay, dude, the next thing I wrote was that the mole is a double agent, and he's
I also
really
have that, yeah.
He's really working for Dr. Evil.
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah. Then more shit happens in the movie. Dr. Evil now has a submarine lair.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dr. Evil's plan, again, is to draw the meteor towards the Earth to melt the ice caps, to flood the Earth. That's now his plan.
Yes. And they're in Tokyo.
Yeah.
While they're on the sub, Austin Powers' dad is also on the sub. And he befriends Mini-Me while he's on the sub, which is important for later.
Yeah.
Because Mini-Me's getting treated kind of badly. Dr. Evil's actual son gifted him laser sharks. So now Dr. Evil loves his real son more than Mini-Me. And Mini-Me ain't about it. So then Austin Powers, he goes to investigate Fat Bastard in Tokyo. Like, that's his next step. All right, that was the intel that was given to him by the mole. And they get into a fight where Austin Powers is fighting himself in a fat suit. And
Yes.
then Austin Powers wins and gets info out of Fat Bastard.
And that's when Fat Bastard tells Austin that Mr. Roboto is he's the one who's building the tractor beam for Dr. Evil. And I feel like,
Yes.
honestly, I feel like that information in the story isn't really that helpful. I feel like that was just put in there to like draw out the movie more so that it can reach the time limit of a feature-length film. Because what the fuck does that have to do with anything? You could take that whole part out of the movie and it wouldn't change anything. Like, it doesn't matter who's building the tractor beam. I thought that was kind of pointless.
It's how Austin Powers gets his dad back, because his dad is there. Because Goldmember took his dad there, and then Austin Powers saves him. You know?
I guess. I don't know. That's the one thing I didn't love.
I'll just say it again. The whole script is like not that hot.
You don't have to say it again. Please don't say it again. So,
but Austin Powers, when they're escaping with, his dad, when they're escaping from the robot factory, they run to a little Godzilla sign, and then they become Godzilla for a little bit.
yeah, that was a little gag that I didn't even bother writing down. Then Austin saves his dad, and they chase after Goldmember together, and that's when Goldmember escapes into Dr. Evil's submarine, and and they lost Dr. Evil. So they kind of have to start from scratch again to try to find Dr. Evil. We got 9 minutes.
Yeah, but him and his dad split up. Yeah, that's the point when he escapes, where Austin Bauer and his dad, they can't agree on whatever, and they end up splitting up.
Because his dad is a little ungrateful, because his dad got trapped. He was about to get killed. Austin saved him, but his dad doesn't really care. So that makes Austin Powers upset.
Let's see. Next thing that happens is Austin Power splits up with his dad, and Mini-Me switches sides at this point. And now Mini-Me is working with Austin Powers.
Dude.
And there's this whole scene, since Mini-Me can't talk, where Austin Powers is just beating the shit out of Mini-Me.
That whole part, I love. I love it so much. It's so fucking funny.
Before the mole can tell Austin Powers that Mini-Me's actually on their team now. And let's see. Then it goes to like the classic Dr. Evil scene where he calls like the World Organization, and he says, "I want a bajillion dollars. And if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna enact my plan and blow up the world or whatever with the asteroid."
Another thing that I didn't really love was that when that's happening, they do the cutaways again from like, there's something in the sky. It looks like this, and they just keep cutting to like those like innuendos of like dick jokes or whatever.
Yeah, the only good part of that was that it was considerably shorter than the last movie.
I just thought that was kind of a waste of
endure it as
time,
long.
because I feel like they really drawed it out in every movie. They do the same joke in every movie. That same thing happens in every single one. I don't know. I think it lost its flair. I didn't love it.
I mean, yeah, this movie sucks. So, you know.
That's not what I said. So his dad reveals, because Austin Powers gets onto Dr. Evil's submarine, and he's about to fucking shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
And Austin's dad, he gets in between the two of them, and he reveals that they're both actually brothers, and they're both his sons.
Oh my goodness, they're related.
They're pulling on my heartstrings, Evan.
Dude, they do look similar, you know. You can always tell.
So they cut back to the flashback of when the car blew up and the baby was in there, Dr. Evil. Turns out Austin Powers was also there. And I think what they do in this sequence is, I think, because the actor Michael Caine, he looks like legit younger in those flashbacks. So I think they probably took a little portion of an older movie that he did and like re-edited parts of it. I think that's what happened. I think it's super convincing. I really like that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, dude. These are things I like. Anyway, Austin Powers forgives his dad, and they're all a big happy family, including Dr. Evil. And Dr. Evil and Austin Powers,
do the little family team up.
Yeah, they do the group hug.
And then they stop Goldmember together as a family.
Yeah.
And plus Foxy Cleopatra and Mini-Me.
So they stop the flooding of the earth, and then the movie is over. But like the actual movie is over. Like they're in a movie theater and the movie's over. They get up and then the movie's over.
Fat Bastard is there, and then there's the bit where he said he lost a bunch of weight on the Subway diet, and I just thought that aged for,
Yeah.
you know, with the whole Subway dude. But yeah, it was before all the craziness happened. So
And that was it. That's Austin Powers 3. I wish I could have remembered more about this movie, because honestly, if it weren't for my notes, I would be like way lost. But I don't know. I feel like we just kind of just glanced over everything. But I did enjoy this movie. I really like it.
I mean, there wasn't like plot wise. There's not a whole lot that we missed. There's that scene where it's just like it provides nothing to the story, but it's like they're doing like the ship when they get in the submarine. They're doing like the physical checkup scene that takes like 7 minutes of the movie, but it literally provides nothing. You know, it's supposed to be a gag.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna change my rating. I will say, I'm happy that Austin Powers is over.
You know,
Thank goodness.
Do you regret watching these?
Yes. It's
No.
a waste it's like every time it's a waste of time. I wish I never saw these.
You're supposed to say that you don't. It's like, I mean, every movie I've ever seen, I've never regretted watching, because it's
The only bit to actually watching these is now I can get to other people on why they should not watch these movies, because it's like, okay, I've seen the movie. Yeah, you don't want to watch this. So
I feel like every movie is worth watching.
maybe I can save other people from
Save other people. My God. I think every movie is worth watching, and if you don't like a movie, then don't watch it. But you can only know if you don't like it if you watch it. So it's like working out.
I'm just happy. pick something else. Like finally pick a movie that's not fucking dog shit.
I want to say I feel bad for making you watch all these movies, but I don't, because
You should feel bad.
they're good. They're good movies, regardless of what you say.
It's that sentiment. That sentiment that you have right there is why I don't feel bad when you poo blood and honey in my house.
I'm actually really looking forward to the next one, the next Winnie the Pooh, because
The second one?
I do think it
I
might
am
be better.
too. I'm looking forward to anything that's not fucking Austin Powers.
Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry, Evan, but you did it. You muscled through the Austin Powers trilogy. You deserve an award.
Yep. I didn't kill myself. It's really a feat.
So that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.
Say hello to my little friend.